Good morning, Gabe. It's so cold.
Last winter.
The last blast of winter? I hope so. 10-day forecast shows it being significantly warmer next week.
Yep.
I hope it stays that way. Y'all, I truly am a frost tender flower. I walk outside when it's freezing right now. Like, it's freezing during the day when the sun is up. And I know some of you guys live in places where it's much colder, but I don't. In fact, I'm willing to live in places where people actually die of heat stroke in the summer. And where there are venomous snakes that can kill you. And where the insects are otherworldly, like they look like they came out of Jurassic Park sometimes. And I'm fine with that. Like, I'm like, you know what? I can face that. I can do that if it means that I don't have to be cold. I hate being cold.
All right. You ready, Helen?
All right. We just got done milking Helen with the milk machine. And I'm not going to take the lid off because we're out in the barn. So we keep this sealed out here so that that stays clean. She's been steadily doing about 3 gallons every morning.
More than that.
Really? It was more than 3 yesterday?
4.5. And then yesterday before that was 4.
4.5?
8 bottles. Yeah.
Golly. That's a lot. Bless her.
It doesn't look like it though, because her udder doesn't hang down like.
I know, she doesn't, hers doesn't look as big, but she's producing. Yeah, this thing is like, it's too heavy for me to carry in now.
It's not as much today. I can tell there's not as much today. Yesterday when I was walking this back to the house, it was spilling out the lid from just the movement of walking. It was just like running out everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Well, last night you didn't put her up as early. Last night we had Noah's birthday dinner. I told you guys it was birthday week. So Ben's is the 6th, then Toby's is the 9th, and then Noah's is the 12th. So we have 3 birthdays in 1 week. So we had Noah's birthday dinner last night, and we didn't put the cows up as early as we usually do because we had family here and honestly just forgot to. You know, sometimes we're doing like regular life things and then we're like, oh yeah, we have a farm.
It just sneaks back up on you. Well, she goes and finishes her food outside.
So that Hope can come in, because Helen's a really slow eater. You want that bucket? Somebody asked about Hephzibah. We still have Hephzibah. We've been feeding her, and basically the thing that my friend Hannah showed me what to do is to basically train Heffy to come up from behind and to keep her and Hope together. And basically we're teaching Hope, Heffy's not going anywhere, and then we're also teaching Heffy how to kind of like sneak in like a ninja and get milk. And it's going pretty well. She's growing real well. I still don't feel like she's capable of like fully draining Hope out at night. Like, I wouldn't want to risk infection for Hope. Like, she's not serving her purpose yet. The reason we got the calf in the first place was so that we could like take a day of milking off. She's gonna have to be a little bigger to really like take all the milk though. That was the idea. We would calf share, and we're gonna be rebreeding Hope back here soon. Hopefully it takes, but in the next couple of months. And then once Heffy, it will wean her when she's old enough, and then dry Hope off to finish out her pregnancy. And then Heffy, the idea with her was we were just gonna raise her, breed her, and then sell her bred and basically work with her so she could be somebody else's future milk cow. That's our loose plan. There was a minute there that I wasn't sure if she was gonna graft, but I'm feeling way more hopeful about it now that we've taught her how to come in from behind. Like a little milk stealing ninja. Right, sweet Maya?
Yeah.
Oh, Maya, look.
Is it frozen?
It's solid. Is it gonna come out here where you
I don't think so. Ooh, it's like icing.
One more. That's it. That's all I'm getting. So my olive oil container is frozen. I might try to get a little bit more, because I like to rub the cow's teats down with olive oil when it's real cold outside so they don't crack. All right. So I'm still hand milking Hope as she finishes out right now the milk withdrawal from giving her medicine for pneumonia. We're to the end of that. And I'm just hand milking her just so we don't mix her milk with Helen's because Helen's were drinking still. Although Helen is not giving nearly as much cream as Hope. So I'm ready to have her milk again. Tell you what, when it's really cold outside, cozying up to a cow's udder is so comforting.
That's gross.
I'm so cold. I'm like leaning into her for warmth. I get asked this a lot. I showed a little bit of Hope from the backside the other day, and people asked if these are cysts on her. These are actually just little extra teats. The last time I talked about those while I was trying to do a video, she kicked the bucket, but she can't now because the kick bar. This kick bar has been amazing. It's called, what is it? Cow Can't Kick with K's.
Which, I don't really like that kind of marketing.
Yeah, I don't understand that kind of marketing, but it's okay. But yeah, Cow Can't Kick. And it's this bar that tightens down. And I think, how much was that? It was a couple $100. $120. I was thinking it was more than that. We must have ordered other stuff at the same time. Yeah, it's not a complicated device. And I'll tell you, it has made a massive difference in the enjoyability of milking a kicky cow. Because Hope is amazing in all the ways you want a cow to be. Like, she's easy to keep. She's easy to milk. She gives a lot of milk. She gives a lot of cream. She's a good mom, but man, she's a little sassy sometimes. And yeah, so that kick bar has made it much more enjoyable. I actually have, I don't know if you guys can see it, like this really massive bruise on my knee right now from where I was trying to handle Hope and the kick bar wasn't on and she nailed me like right in the knee. So Maya is gonna bring the milk up. He's finishing up and sent me back in. We're actually having a birthday party today for Ben and Toby, for like their little class friends, and it's colder than we had anticipated, so we planned this whole outside birthday party. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get a big pot of hot chocolate going on the stove and start getting ready for the party. All right guys, I'm in my bathroom and I've never shot a video in here before. Probably won't ever again. But because it's been really cold the last couple of nights, I just need to show you what I've got going on in here. So I've got a ton of seedlings in here. First off, I had ordered these plug trays. These are like poppies and some dahlias, and there's some herbs here, some rosemary. I'd ordered these last summer because I thought I would have my greenhouse by now, and I don't. So they're in my bathtub. Here are my pepper seeds. Step in here. Here are my pepper seedlings, which I don't have anything coming up yet. Oh, yes, I do. An eggplant. There we go. Hey, little guy, happy birthday. And then I'm gonna try to get over here. My bathtub is full of dirt right now. Soil, excuse me, it's soil. Now here's a little learning opportunity. So you guys see the way these seedlings are reaching? It's because they're trying to get to the light. You can really see it there. And this is not great. So I'm actually going to take these out. It's gonna freeze again tonight, so I cannot leave them outside, but I'm gonna take them out and put them in that little greenhouse because I do not want these things to get leggy. All of this reach is just from being in here yesterday. So I don't suggest that you like keep seedlings in your bathtub. This isn't like some special gardener trick. This is because I have cats and my bathroom is like the only place that I could close off and keep the cats from being. But it was convenient last night. I just put all these trays in and I ran some water in the bathtub and let them soak it all up and then drained it. So it was like a flood table in my bathtub. So when seedlings don't have adequate light, they get what's called leggy, which is where they stretch out and they try to reach the light. Now these are too small to be leggy, but had I kept them in that even for just a couple more days, they would get real tall and the stems get really puny and it's not good. It makes for really weak seedlings and eventually they'll end up just falling over and not being able to stand up straight. So touching your plants, having a fan, moving the air wherever they are, not pointed at them, but moving the air,
That helps for stronger stems, and then adequate light is the most important thing. So this is just going to be out here for the afternoon. I'll bring them back in tonight. And my hope is to just keep those from stretching out any further.
After tonight, we don't have another freeze on the forecast, so I'll move all of the seedlings out of my bathtub and my bathroom in the morning, and they'll just stay in that greenhouse until I move them up to the new greenhouse, which is coming along nicely, and that's where we're headed right now to go take a look at it. All right, let's check this out. It's looking good, sweet Maya.
You like it?
I love.
I guess this is the first update y'all have had in a little while. As you can see, what Maya's working on now is putting the colored glass in to these spaces. Oh, I like those two together. Well done.
Which one do you think is my favorite?
Which is your favorite of everything?
So far, the stained glass window things I put in. Which color combination do you think is my favorite?
Maybe this one?
It is my favorite.
That's your favorite? Yeah. Well, it's like I know you or something. Did you know which one would be my favorite?
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like this peach with the green down there. Yeah, this is really cool. So we got these little squares of stained glass at Hobby Lobby. And of course, here's my beautiful piece we got that I got up in Ohio when I was visiting my friend Matthew. We found this on Craigslist.
I had messaged the lady, couldn't get through to her, and Matthew like somehow found her on Facebook, messaged her. Anyway,
Maya put this in. It's got plexiglass on the outside, so it's protected. Like if something were to hit it on the outside, it's got a layer of plexiglass. And then on the inside, it's just held up in there with this trim. So I think that'll be good.
It looks good.
It looks really good. So right now, everywhere that's exposed here, these different things, which this plexiglass still has the film on it. It's very clear whenever it's pulled off. It will be a layer of plexiglass and then colored glass inside, just like this. And then, so any open spaces are going to have that. And then up here you can see, like, there's already, we did just a big solid sheet of plexiglass in the gables. And then Maya found these vents online.
just searched for ventilation and basically found these vent fans that can be hooked to a thermostat, and basically when it hits a certain temperature in here, they can automatically ventilate. So that's fancy.
But it looks awesome in here. So what's it looking like now? What's next? Finishing out the glass?
So finish out the glass. Noah should get the plexiglass and the vent in on that side. And then I should get these holes filled. I think then we're going to lay the floor and put the door in. And
What
then
about painting the trim?
that's going to be hand painting.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be done with a brush. So we'll have someone doing that while we're doing the floor.
Okay.
And then once the floor is in, we'll do the trim of the metal and then put the metal in on the bottom.
Nice.
I think it's pretty nice. Congratulations. Good job.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Mhm.
So here there was a lot of music and power tools going, so I'm just going to voice over. The way we're doing these pieces of glass is using this little scoring tool that we got at the craft store with the glass, and scoring each individual piece. Right here he's just marking it to measure. He's taking the plexiglass and using that to measure and marking, and then scoring those places. And once they're scored, you just pop them off easily on the side. And of course, he's got some pliers that he's doing more precision work. It's not exact, it's not perfect, but for the intended use, I think it's going to turn out just fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just excited for it to add the color. And we are now in the home stretches of getting our greenhouse done. All right, well, I'm gonna go put this video up for you guys and come back out here and help Jeremiah get these colored glass pieces scored and broken to put in. And tomorrow we up-pot plants. And the next day, I think the next day, we move into the greenhouse. It's very exciting. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I bless you. Until next time.